$500,000. That's the average mortgage sitting in an Australian household right now. And if you've got one, your bank's been collecting interest on that debt for years while you get zero tax benefit from it. But there's a strategy that literally flips this around. It's called debt recycling. And the average person who uses it ends up $180,000 better off over a decade compared to someone who just pays their mortgage down the regular way. Quick question. Do you have a mortgage over $250,000? Do you pay tax every year? Do you invest or want to invest but always feel like you can't afford to? If yes to all three, this video is going to change your week. Here's what most Australians don't know. Your mortgage interest isn't tax deductible, not a single dollar of it, but investment loan interest, completely tax deductible. That's the gap we're going to exploit. The concept's simple. Instead of just paying down your mortgage, you're going to structure your debt so part of it becomes an investment loan. Same total debt, same amount you're repaying, but now a chunk of those repayments are tax deductible. And you're building investments at the same time. Let me show you the exact numbers. Say you've got a $500,000 mortgage at 6.5% interest. You're paying $32,500 per year in interest alone. Not 1 cent of that is tax deductible. Now imagine we recycle $200,000 of that debt into an investment loan. Suddenly, you've got $13,000 per year in interest that is tax deductible. If you're in the 37% tax bracket, that's $4,810 per year in tax savings. Over 10 years, that's $48,100 in tax money you keep instead of sending to the ATO. That's just the tax benefit. It gets better. While you're saving on tax, that $200,000 investment loan is sitting in a portfolio. If it grows at a modest 7% per year, which is historically what Australian shares have returned, that $200,000 becomes $391,000 in 10 years. Meanwhile, you've been redirecting your tax savings, that $4,810 per year, back into the same investments. That's another $59,200 growing at 7%. So after 10 years, you've got roughly $450,000 in investments. Your home is still worth what it was. Your total debt is the same. But now you own $450,000 in assets you didn't own before. That's not a typo. Most people's response, they do nothing, and their bank's absolutely counting on that. So how does this actually work? 3 steps. Step 1. You split your mortgage into 2 loans. One stays as a home loan. One becomes an investment loan. Your bank does this all the time. Takes about 2 hours. No refinance needed. Step 2. You use the investment loan portion to buy investments. Usually a diversified ETF or managed fund. Not Bitcoin, not crypto, something boring, something that generates returns. Step 3. You throw every bit of extra money, your tax refund, any pay rises, bonus income, back into paying down the non-deductible home loan portion. The investment loan, you just make minimum payments. Why? Because that interest is tax deductible, so it's actually cheaper money to borrow. Let me show you 3 different scenarios depending on your situation. Scenario 1. You've got a $350,000 mortgage and earn $80,000 per year. You can recycle about $100,000. Your tax saving is roughly $2,500 per year, over 15 years. That tax saving alone grows to $37,500 if you reinvest it. Your $100,000 investment loan becomes $276,000 at 7% growth. Total wealth gain, $313,500 more than if you just paid down your mortgage normally. Scenario 2. You've got a $500,000 mortgage and earn $120,000 per year. You can recycle $200,000. Tax saving is $4,810 per year. Over 15 years, that becomes $72,150 in compounded tax savings. Your $200,000 investment loan at 7% returns becomes $552,000. Total wealth gain, $624,000 more than the traditional approach. Scenario 3. You've got a $750,000 mortgage and earn $180,000 per year. You can recycle $300,000. Tax saving is $7,215 per year. Over 15 years, that compounds to $108,225. Your $300,000 investment loan becomes $829,000 at 7% growth. Total wealth gain, $937,000 more than just paying your mortgage down. Here's the thing nobody talks about. You need discipline. This only works if you actually reinvest your tax savings and if you commit to paying down the non-deductible portion aggressively. If you just pocket that tax refund and stop there, you've wasted the strategy. Also, you need to be earning enough to be in a tax bracket where the deduction actually matters. If you're not paying tax, this doesn't help you. But if you're earning over $60,000 and you've got a decent mortgage, this applies to you. One more number before we wrap this up. The average person who implements debt recycling properly ends up with $340,000 more in wealth by age 60 compared to someone earning the same income who just pays their mortgage down. The difference isn't that they earned more or borrowed more. They just structured their existing debt better. That gap compounds. $200 per month invested over 30 years at 7% becomes $387,000. But with debt recycling, you're not choosing between investing and paying your mortgage. You're doing both. That's why the numbers get absurd. 3 warnings before you do this. 1. Get an accountant to sign off. Not optional. The ATO's fine with debt recycling. They're not going to come after you, but you need someone to make sure your setup is bulletproof. That costs $500 to $1,500 for a good one. 2. Your investment has to actually generate returns. If you borrow to invest and then the investment tanks, you've still got the debt but no asset. That's a real risk. 3. Interest rates matter. If rates spike to 10%, your $200,000 investment loan suddenly costs $20,000 per year instead of $13,000. Make sure you can handle that. Here's your first move today. Ring your bank. Ask if they can split your mortgage into 2 accounts.